Hi people, welcome to Life Matters that are not a Didiri. And if this is your first time joining me, welcome. While I wait for my guests and while we start up the show, how have you been? Hope you're doing great and hope your day or your week has been going as planned. Just because I know that a lot of people are going through a lot of, should I call it heartache or a headache because of this whole COVID-19 situation. But I just want to encourage you that be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Make sure that you keep yourself occupied daily. Make sure that you check on your friends, check on one another. Don't forget that we ourselves are the only ones that can actually even take care of one another. So don't be in a hurry or don't be too quick to say, oh, this person is fine. I see them post on Instagram. Oh, this person is good. I see them. It doesn't always work that way. Some people just post on Instagram sometimes to just make you know that they're still here. That's the word. It's not necessarily anything else. But before I start, I would say happy new month. Welcome to the month of April. I am super excited for this month and I know that God is going to do a great thing in our lives. You don't want to miss out on everything he has planned and he has in stock for us. So like I said, welcome back and welcome to Life Matters that I know I did. And I'm sure that God has been good to you and he has also been good to me. Even if you don't even believe it in your heart or you don't believe it in your mind or you don't even think about it, I will tell you that God has indeed been good and he will always be good, even in this trying period. And I know that a lot of people will feel like, oh, we're now in the month of April. I just said Happy New Year. I know. I know. We just said Happy New Year to one another. And we're in the fourth month already. And you can imagine the fourth month already, we're already thinking of all these things. We're already going through all these things. But remembering that we're alive, like we are alive. It is more than enough to be grateful to God for. It is more than enough to say thank you to God for. So I'll be starting up the show with an amazing or a favorite song of mine that I love so much, and I hope that it blesses you, and I'm sure that it sure will bless you because it's been a song that's blessed me so much. So I would say sit down, relax, you enjoy the show today. I know that a lot of people will be like, oh, you don't know what I've been going through, or you don't know what I've been through. Like, to be very sincere with you, I'm going through the same thing because I'm always indoors every time. But now it's come to a place that I have to compulsorily stay at home, so it's not easy. But this is a very, very unique song of mine by Shola Allison, and it's called Yoda. Yoda means it will be good, it will end well, it will be well, and I'm sure that you will enjoy this piece. Kori bolu amadungo taleni no tin so pe ko le da Yoda. Who is that person that's been saying those things to you? Kori bolu amadungo Yes. Yes. Never. If God holds you, you can never fall. Never. Yes. Who is that person that can ever say something that God has not pronounced upon your life? Look at me. God is still good. You know, the weird thing is the calmness of this song and the words just, I don't know why they haven't like done like a, how do I call it, like a transcription for the lyrics, but it's a deep, amazing, soft. Who is that person that would ever say that your life can be lifted or it's never gonna be good for you? Yes, Yoda, God is always good. Thank you, Lala. Yes, look at me and see that God is good and it's still going to be good, and everything that, this is Shola Allison from her 2018 album Ire. So this is Yoda. I love this song. Yes, that's the thing. Adani Magbagbe Eni is the person that created you can never forget you. Oh, if you trust in God, you can never, what's Jogo? You can never get emptiness, or you can never end in zero. Like, look at me and see that God is sweet. God is sweet. God is amazing. God is phantasmagorious. God is awesome-tastic. Oh gosh. Yes. Don't give up. At the end of the day, it might look bitter right now, but know that God is still gonna make everything sweet, and your life is gonna end in sweetness. Like, I mean, in sweetness, sweetness, guys. There's nothing you can, there's nothing you can think about, or you can say about God, and if you go back to the very beginning and see that God has indeed been good to you. God has indeed been good to you. I don't know how you feel. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know whether it even will take a lot of things to make you feel like, oh, you know what, it would take someone to actually point out and itemize. Sometimes, you know what I do, I actually itemize the goodness of God. So I just write down the things that God has done, and I look at it and I'm like, I know you still have to be grateful. Like, no matter what it is, you still have to be grateful. There's nothing you've gone through in this life that you will not come back to say, God has been indeed good. God has been indeed. I mean, indeed. Not just God is good, but God has been indeed good. So this morning, I'm going to talking to a friend. She's a friend, she's a sister, she's someone that we always throw banter at each other. But one very great thing we're going to be doing today, we're going to be talking about her story. She's going to be sharing her experience. We're going to be having a girls chat basically, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. So I'm going to have my guest in on the show right now, and once I had her, you're going to, she is the CEO of Style by Z, a hair-based company here in Edmonton. Hair-based company based in Edmonton, Canada. How are you, girl?
Hi. How is you? So I am for you.
Oh my god. So you know the weird thing, you know the annoying thing, guys. You know the annoying thing about people that make hair. You know the annoying thing about people that make hair is that they make you feel like, why am I not making like this girl changes her hair literally like every 2 weeks. And in my head, I'm just thinking, what's all this pride? What exactly? Tell me the truth. What exactly is this pride? Why are you pride? Why are you pride shy?
I'm not priding. You know, we're just bored. I can't be walking around with the same hairstyle. if I'm walking around the same semester, what would you want to do your hair? No, keep it in
I've cut
train.
my hair. You are the one that you're the one. We have
I snatch
we
your
have
edges
leveled my head.
to have to mine, you know? I need them more edges. I just snatch yours real quick. Don't
Guys,
worry, I'll bring it back. I'll bring back your edges.
so guys, if this is your first time seeing Zaynab, all my pretty hairstyle for the last, would you say for the last 8 months ish? Yes, for the last 8 to 10 months ish. Zaynab, I just let me give you the first impression. So the first time I actually met Zaynab, oh my god, my husband now had already hired this girl. She was in Sun newspaper. She's this, she's that. So I'm like, "Ugh, okay, no problem. Let's see." I'm like, I'm like, okay, let's see what she'll do. Then I did my braid, and I think when we're done, I think we're different like price he gave me. Then when we're done, she was like, "Oh, just send me the interact. This is this price." I'm like, "Ah, why is this girl now acting like this?"
I've
Okay.
been paying my money.
So I was because I had to we had to drive all the way to her place. And her place, oh my god, people, her place, like right now, because I've gone there too much. So it doesn't look
It
like her
doesn't feel like
place.
it's far anymore.
But that was the first time I was going to a store. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus. It was like a long journey. Then we had to wait. Then I'm like, I'm not coming back here again. Never. I said,
You
number
come
one, we
back.
have to drive. I'm like, we had to drive that far. Number two, she was not acting up. I was counting. I was counting all the things that I felt like this girl, I'm done with her.
So
But
that's why I
see
didn't
me,
come back for the longest
see me.
time. You see your life?
But when the Lord wants to use, when the Lord wants to catch you in real life,
No
it
cutted.
just, God cut.
It cutted you right-handed.
So guys, so today, let's even start from the very beginning, because the reason why I'm actually doing like a girls chat this morning is because I just want to, sometimes when you just put one topic, you'll be like, oh, well, all the things that happen in this world, you want to be doing, you want to be giving topic, because I'm like, okay, you know what, let's just have a girls chat. Let's
Let's
just,
talk.
number one, let's talk for what's going on right now. Like, so for you, you make hair and you do makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
How is this season? Let's call this season. Because
Season.
this is like a dry season of
Season
the
of
world.
reflection. I call it season of reflection. You know,
Oh, okay.
because like,
So how has it
yeah,
affected business, or how have you been coping through all this?
honestly, like, because I'm always busy. It's back to back. You're doing 3, 4 people's hair a day. Now it's like I do maybe one person every 2, 3 days, like, or 2 people a week. It's nice because now I can actually relax, like, because I've never had a day where I was sleeping. Me sleeping in on the regular is like sleeping till 8 a.m. That's sleeping for me. So now I don't set an alarm. I wake up 11 a.m. I'm like, this is nice. So like, like this is so nice. So like, I get time to also go on my website. There are things I've been postponing. Like I want to fix my website. I want to do some changes. I want to post more. I want to use hashtags on my posts, which I never do. So now I can actually do that. Like yesterday, I posted 3 things yesterday, which I haven't posted since this whole thing has been going on. I've gone on
Wow.
my website and did like some changes. So it's like now is the time to, like, those things I've been postponing, I could do them now. So even though I could complain like, well, I'm not making money, but it's all right. We can't die making money. This is the time to rest, because when this is over, people need their hair done. So I'll be back to like
Yeah,
back to back.
true. Very
Like
true. Very
I'm
true.
enjoying it now, and stay in your house, quarantine with your family with me. So let me enjoy my quarantine with my family.
Oh
So
my God.
it's not that bad. I don't mind it.
Okay, so like and last week I was saying something even on like a regular chat with someone else, and I was telling the person that this season, or this pandemic going on right now, it's different things to different people.
Yeah.
Like for some people it is actually like, I was in a store the other day, and it was like the mat, like I was just eavesdropping, like I was passing through not eavesdropping. I was passing through an aisle, and this guy was sharing with another person that the pandemic is really taking a toll on his family because he works contract jobs, and now like his wife was the person working full time, and now they shut down her work, and she's still waiting on EI, and till now she has not heard anything. And at the same time, he's scared about what's going to happen to his job. So it's like both of them that are trying to sustain the family with, I think, 4 kids. And he was just basically lamenting. And the other guy was like, oh, that the good thing is that even though his own job is like shut down and stuff, that his wife works in the health sector, so she still goes to work and at least still makes money. And in my mind, I'm just thinking about how this thing is affecting like local businesses and places that you can't, like, because for you, for hair, because when you were telling me you were still making hair at some point, I was scared. Personally, the reason why I was scared because I felt like for anybody to have contact, it's mostly guys that touch people's body. People that work in the spas, salons, barbers. You get my point. So for me, it was more scary to make money than to have than to have good health, basically.
True.
You get, and it doesn't make sense when you have all that money to spend, but you're quarantined.
You're sick, like you can't. For like at some point, even now, like if anyone comes in, Lysol, we're wiping down everything. And at first you could tell when people, like, if you're coughing, go back home, boo boo, you don't need your hair done, come back when you're good. But now that there is no symptoms, it's like you don't know. I know I'm good, my family is good, so once someone come in, you're wiping down everywhere. I have to wipe my chair, they go to the bathroom, I have to wipe the switch, wash your hands. So like those little things, so at least I know, like, I already wiped all the surfaces because it stays on the surface, right? It's like I already wiped all the surfaces. And I also reduced the amount of people that come in, because if people are coming in back to back, I can only keep my eyes on one person. They touch this, they sat here. But if there's two here, I can't keep track of like where you're sitting. So I have to cut back on the people that are coming in. So now that's like, okay, one person per week or so. It's even way easier. And now we're actually taking it more serious. Like, cuff in your arm, do all this, like, clean yourself. Like, don't come here sick, stay home. So people are getting better and getting better. And the government too, they do have like the whole emergency like insurance thing for like workers and like small businesses as well. So like you can go apply for that and get money. So for that person that's scared, lamenting, thinking of how to provide for their family, just like go apply for EI and things like that.
Yeah, but you know that it takes a time, and that's why
it takes a while. But
it takes a while.
Them waiting and complaining.
No, so I think they probably will apply, but for him at that moment, it was the week after it happened. Yeah. So for him, it was more of, well, it was the week after it got serious. It was not serious 2 weeks ago.
It wasn't serious still 1 week.
Because
like every day
it was last week. True. It was last week everything became, because 2 weeks ago, exactly 2 weeks ago, I was still at work. Right. Yeah. It was Wednesday 2 weeks ago. I was still at work. And by the time it was like I was heading to work on Wednesday, and they had to call and say, don't even bother coming to work, because and for me, it's not like money is good, but my health first. Yeah, my health first. So let's start from the very beginning. Before hair, before COVID, before anything, how did you enter Canada? What was your story like? Like how did you get into this part of town, and when did you now start making hair and all that?
I've making hair for clients, or like making hair in general. Making hair in general, I've been doing hair since like I was 11. Because like Nigeria, there was a salon next to my house. So like my grandma hated, we lived in like, you could them. I won't say face me, I slap you really, but like people are everywhere, right? Like was where if someone was calling me. If they see a kid outside, they're ready to send you. So my grandma hated that, because I come back from school, next time I'm already running errands for my neighbors. Like, she's like, I should go find something to do. So the best thing for her was to keep me in there, because then I'll be helping them out, and I'll be learning, and help them out and learn while you're there. So I always go there after school, and it was always interesting, because salons, they're talking about everything, they're gossiping about people. That's why you find me. So like I will learn and go back home and practice on my cousins.
Help me adjust your phone placement so that I can see your face. You're very centered toward that corner. Okay, good.
Okay, you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I will always go there after school, come back home and practice on my cousins. I'll relax their hair. I won't do it properly because I remember my cousin's hair was black. That thing turned to light brown. It turned to like because like I didn't have the right products. So
Wow.
the relax I will never wash the relaxer off properly, so there'll always be relaxer there. I'll
Oh
use
my God.
I'll use shampoo but not use conditioner. Or you know, salons they'll be using 2-3 different things. They'll even relax, put rollers in your hair. But I never
Oh
did
my
that.
God.
I didn't have the product, so she was pretty much my guinea pig till her hair fell out. I'm sure it grew back by now, but yeah. Should be alright. And if it didn't grow back, sorry my dear. Um
Oh my God.
so like came here, my mom came here first because my mom's actually Canadian, so she came here first. So the process was way easier. I don't know how the process is for someone who's like not
Who's gonna
Canadian
come in themselves? Yeah,
or
sure.
coming for school. So like it was way easier because it's like, oh yeah, my kids are coming. All right, go get your Nigerian passport and come. The first day I came here, Sha, it was not funny because it was cold and I was wearing jean jackets. I don't know Centos, but yeah. I don't know Centos, but
Jean jackets.
as a Nigeria, like you're wearing those black shades, jean jackets, you think you have arrived, you're on fleek. It was not
Are
working
you going
out
to the
here.
jams?
Amy Amalo, I don't know where I thought I was going. I
Oh
don't know
my
where I thought I
God.
was going, but yeah, came here. The hairstyle I did in Nigeria, like small tiny cornrows. My mom wanted me to keep that for like 2 months because there is nobody here that's gonna do hair, and here
Oh,
it's
true.
and it's me
True.
and my sister, so it's like you have to pay at least $60-$70, and this is like Ontario, this is Toronto, they don't play with you. So like
Nah.
even though you're a kid or not, $60-$70 times two, 140, and she has to do her own hair. So like she wanted me to keep my hair for like 2 months. In Nigeria, you know how you change your hair every week. I was used to like taking out my hair every week.
Yeah.
Let's just say I was itching to take out that hair. 2 weeks, I was already taking out from the back because I'm like, you guys still go. Like it's old. And once my hair grow out, I need to change.
Wow.
I feel like I'm not like I feel unkempt. Like you're not clean. So like I'm
Yeah.
my hair. But so she probably like paid for my hair maybe once. And then I
Yeah.
started practicing my sister again. So after a while, she stopped paying for my sister's hair. She only paid for my hair. Or maybe she tried to do my hair, but that wasn't working out. At grade 7, I told her she would never touch my hair again because she was combing my hair and it hurt. I was crying. I'm like, just
Wow.
part the hair. She was dragging the hair. I'm like, you're doing too much. So I started doing my own hair at grade 7. So grade 7 is like 12. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like 12. So I started doing my own hair at 12. It would take me like 1 week to do braids, but it's okay because I'll do a round, leave the middle, put it up in
Oh,
the
okay.
front
Yeah.
like this. So you never know if it's done or not, and I'll go about my day. And yeah, so I started doing hair for myself. I always change my hair at school too because I could do twists and I'll unravel the twist the next week so it looks like this. So they thought like I always change my hairstyle, but just switch it up on them real quick. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
that's how I
God.
started doing hair because my mom too would tell people like, oh, she did her own hair herself. So people bring their kids. I would there all day doing hair, color my needs to change. But I liked it. Like, but the thing is, I've always known I would open up a salon. Like, I'll have my, let's say, the regular 9 to 5. I wanted to be an immigration officer, so I thought like I'll be my immigration officer and then eventually open up a salon and maybe go there after work, just like go supervise as like I own the salon. But the more I did it, the more I fell in love with it. And then moving here, when I moved here, like Edmonton, I guess there weren't that much people doing hair. So when I moved here, I was one of
So
those.
before you move to Edmonton, let's even go back. Before you move to Edmonton,
Yeah,
okay, you want to help me adjust the. You're still by the corner, like extreme corner. Maybe it's the chair you watch. Yeah, okay, perfect. Actually, perfect. Yeah, you're a perfect child. So in Toronto, because I know, I'm sorry, but I know that a lot of Nigerians have this thing that when they see a young girl, young child doing something,
yeah,
the perception to just take advantage of the child is always there.
yeah, yeah.
Did that happen to you when
No,
it came to
because my
pricing?
mom my mom will be the one to tell them my daughter does hair, right? So
Okay.
she will also ask me like, she knows the idea of how much people pay out there, so she
Yeah.
also asked me like, how long will this take you to do? So that way she try to calculate like, okay, we don't want to charge too much because you want them coming back and you're just learning. So obviously I was going to take longer time than someone who does it on a regular. So like if it takes someone like, now it takes me about 4 max 5 hours to do braids, but then it's probably taking me like 9 hours to do braids. So I wouldn't. So those people that were down there, I love you guys. Thank you for being patient with your girl. So like I wouldn't charge like 140. Like I would charge like $80 because it's like you're sitting here for long. I'm probably taking breaks and I'm also a kid. Like me, so I need to eat, take breaks. But like she would make sure I'm not getting cheap. Like I'm not getting cheated. And for me, I never knew how to price people too. So like I always brought the price low, which was enough for me because I felt like I can't go out there and work anyways. So someone giving me $80 for the day, that's good enough for me. Thank you. I'm happy.
Wow.
You love your hair. Everyone's happy. But I don't think no one really took advantage of me. It was more like I was probably not even charging enough, but I was fine with it because
Okay. So for you, did it affect school? Because a lot of times it's always more or less like you probably do it during your like weekends and when you're free,
yeah.
but when you have to like do like during the week you have school, you have assignments after, you have all these things that clogged up already, and by the time you're done with everything you're like, okay, let me take the weekend off, but that weekend you have piles of people that are already waiting to make hair. So how did you balance it, like as a young girl in high school?
High school, I didn't do hair that much in high school because I was in Toronto. I moved
Okay.
after high school, and I started doing a lot of hair after high school when I moved here. But high school, I only did hair for my friends, so I only did it on the weekends, and it was just like,
Okay.
so I'll do hair maybe like 2 weekends a month.
Okay.
It was always one person per day, so I'll do one person's hair from like 10 a.m. to whenever we finish. That's it for the weekend because
Okay.
there were more people. Like Ontario is like saturated. 4 of my friends did hair, and we lived close to each other, so it's like, let's say Wested 87 Ave, there's like 4, we live in like different intersections and we all do hair. So aside from us, there are other people who do hair too. So they don't really need hairstylists there. But here was like, I was in uni, I actually had a job, and I was also doing hair. So like sometimes I have to call off work because by the time I've done hair for 8 hours and that one is making sense, hello, I can't come in today because I fell down on the floor. So I have to lie because I'm already tired. I already made my money. So why would I be going to go work for someone else where I'm flexible? I don't have to dress up. But if I'm going to work for someone, I have to like dress up. I don't want to deal with people today. So like, so sometimes I have to like call off work and lie. And there are times I've had to skip class because, yeah. I mean, my mother did not know that, but but and that's
Lord.
like, that's how you know, like, okay, you love it, you have passion for it. Because some people, I know people that are like, I have class, I only do hair weekends, I only do hair evenings. But for me, like, it's like, oh, you want to do your hair? Sure, I will, I'll make myself available. I'm flexible. Even if I want to sleep, like, I'd rather do your hair because I feel like while talking to you, I'll be awake. So
Mm.
different, do hair, make money while I'm at it. So yeah, all hair has always been like, I'll take hair over most things, pretty much.
So basically it's like a transition, moving from a less busy environment to coming to a very busy environment where you are now doing hair back to back to back to back. So
Yeah.
how did that affect school? Hi Damaris, like how that affect school? Because for me, if like working and school and doing this and we still putting context, and I remember that it was like at some point
Struggle.
I had to,
Yes.
yeah, it was a struggle. I had to shut down some things just because I felt like I was still doing Life Matters, but I couldn't do vlogging. I couldn't like I recorded podcasts like one. Like I remember there was a particular time that I only recorded podcasts like once in like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like with podcasts, people were building up, people were listening. You have like 30 listeners, this
Then you
listening.
now go off. They're like,
And I just went on an
what
hiatus.
happened?
I went on an hiatus and I can't even remember. And at some point, I had to shed a lot of things. So how were you able to like balance it? Because balancing is a different, like, it's on a different ball game.
Um, I let's say for me, it's like I'm juggling 3 things. right? So like
Okay.
school, part-time work, and hair. It was easier to like show them because I didn't have as much clients as I do now. So I
Okay.
and it's my schedule, so I can easily like say, okay, one person this evening, and I know how long
Okay.
things is gonna take. So like, what I could do crochet. Crochet take me like an hour 30 minutes, so I could rush from school, do hair real quick, and then go to work. So like I always knew my work schedule would be like 6 to 10, like I'm closing, and I'll finish class at 2. So it's like it would take me an hour to commute from like Concordia then to my house. So it's like real quick, and the mall's also close by. So like it was good, but as soon as my clientele started like growing, I had to cut off my part-time job. Like screw, bye. And it was now like it was not like hair, like my clients in school, and eventually like I did leave school because I was going to school for psych, and I'm like I don't like psych anymore, so I just had to like tell my parents he's not working out. Like I want to go to hair school. That took us a very long time to
Wow.
decide.
So how did they take you? Because I know that typical Nigerian parents want you to have that professional
Of course, everyone
in
wants to
the
go.
Nigerian,
How many
because
days?
here, so for people that don't live in Canada, hair is like a big profession here. Like if you have a salon, or if you go to hair school and stuff, and you're really doing well at whatever you're doing, it's a big deal here because it's a profession for them. It's a trade, but it's more or less like a profession compared to how auntie the hairdresser. That's how.
Yes, and that's what my mom saw it as, because she's like,
Yeah.
oh, you left Nigeria to come and be doing hairdressing. Share what you are, right? Like, you know. But to her, it's like, but to me, I'm like, but I love it. So they were like, sure, no problem, you could do hair, but you have to go to school. You have to get your degree. You have to get this. But at that point, like, I really wanted to be an immigration officer, and when I moved here, they don't have that. They don't have that program here. Like I'll have to go back. I guess I could have gone back then because I just moved, so it would have been easier for me to go back then, but I didn't. So I was looking for things along that's closer to immigration, like sociology, because anything that has to do with people, I can use it for immigration, because immigration, you're dealing with people anyways. So a lot of people were suggesting things like psychology. They're like, oh, it's going to be interesting. You're going to like it. So that's why I went into it. I'm in school.
Never do that.
I
So
hated it.
let's just tell people, never do that. No matter how fancy people, and to be very sincere with you, sometimes you go back in retrospect, even after you sometimes finish those courses, you'll be like, oh, thank God I still did it. At least I graduated. But the joy of doing
You're not
something you
looking for
love, it carries more. I don't know how to put it, and I want to talk about it because I know a lot of young people that have just gone into school, and parents have enforced or told them, oh, this course will bring more money, or that course will bring more money, or
yeah.
this, or even when it comes to even like things people like, don't do something because someone else likes it and puts on your head. Like,
Could it work because you don't like it, and you're pretty much forcing yourself, because all high school Ontario, like science is mandatory till grade 10. As soon as grade 10 was done, I was like, see ya, I don't want anything to do with science, long names, medicine, and I hated needles. Like I didn't want to have anything to do with that. So when I did psychology, first year introductory, that's nice. By the time it got to second year, now it's getting more deep, and now they're concentrating on like different things. I was like, I don't want to learn about diseases. Why do I want to be with someone that has some type of disease or some type of disability? I'm like,
mm,
I don't want to do it. Long names. I know even if I study, I struggle. I'm probably crying. So I came home. I came home second year, first semester. I pretty much, and I joke around a lot. So like, I can be forming I'm crying right now, but I'm not really crying. So like, I went to my
yeah,
parents that morning. We're chilling on the bed, and I wrote a note on my phone as like how I approached them that I'm not going to school anymore. So I came in. I was just like, I was looking down. I was like, they're like, okay. So they're waiting for me to like talk and carrying about my day. But I was just there. I was just standing there. I was just crying. And they're like, okay, what happened? Like, did you fail the course or something? Then I just started with like, I don't want to go to school anymore. And they're like, when your friends are chilling, they just sat down like, okay. So like I started telling them like, Anytime I go to school, I pretty much go to school to go and watch movies. Like, I'm not interested. I will be in school watching hair videos. Like, I would skip class to do hair. And I started talking more about it, and they were just like, okay, we get it. You like hair, but like, you still have to go to school. And I'm like, okay, but go to school for what? Because I don't like psychology. Like, I'm not going to finish psychology because I know I'm not going to do anything with psychology. So I'm not
You'll
just,
be a hair psychologist.
I'll be hair psychologist. Come talk to me on my chair. Don't worry. I will know that. And hairstylists are psychologists actually, because when they
Yeah.
come here, they talk because it's one-on-one. And that's why I like being home too. They tell you like, oh my gosh, I'm stressed at work, this and this, and they're calm. They feel like they can talk to you. So it's like I'm telling you like how to unstress, things to do, self-care. So they will go home, their hair looks good, so their confidence is already like on the 100. Now you're telling them, oh, self-care is the thing. Go get your nails done, girl. Like, we say as a joke, like, go get your nails done, girl. Go do your brows. Go watch a movie. So
Yeah.
they're leaving feeling good. So we are psychologists. But yeah, like I
Hallelujah.
told them like I wasn't gonna go back to school. But my mom was looking at me after, maybe I just need time to think about it. I will go back. I'll figure something out. My dad said something to me. He's like, you're Andy, you're hands on. So you need to find something you could do. Like, you're really good with your hands. So you need to find something to do with your hands that you're going to love. And I'm like, hello, hey, I go to hair school. So it took me a year. I didn't go to school for a whole year. They were scared. They're like, okay, so you just won't go to the hair school. You won't go to university. Like, which one are you doing? When I finally decided, I didn't even consult them. I just came home. I did my research, went to the school, went to Evelyn Charles, went there, asked them the tuition, went to start, all the information, and I pretty much came home and told them I'm going to hair school. And at that point, they can't be like, but you can't say nothing because I had already made up my mind, and it's something they already see me doing. So it's not as if they have to sit me down, talk me through it, like, oh, well, we think you should. No, none of that. So like, I think they took it well. And before I made the decision was when I got on the newspaper too. So for my parents, that was kind of like, okay, confirmation. Like, because if I was a psychologist, will I ever be on the newspaper? Maybe eventually down the line, something. But like, to them, they're like, okay, people are coming in, she's getting clients. She's never asked us for money. She's, she's good and she gives. So like, she's fine, she's comfortable. So let her do whatever she wants to do. So at that point, they were like, I'm serious with it. So they just let me do whatever. So I would say thank God for my parents, really, because there's some parents out there that you want to do hair. What is that? You want to embarrass us? You have to be this. You have to be that. My parents were never like that.
So while talking about that, because I remember that there was this particular person who had that same issue. He or she had parents that wanted him to do medicine, and this was something that this guy was, that there's some seniors in secondary school that when you see them, you kind of feel like, let me just be like this person. You get like, let me just be as smart as this person. And along the line, he wanted to do music. That was all he wanted to do. Like, everything he wanted to do was just music. And he had put his mind, but parents have their expectations. And I think that, and I agree with you, that it's very important for parents to actually support their kids. They should support their kids. You never know when your child's gonna break free or boom, you get. And this is sad, because for me, looking at that person I knew from secondary school and looking at him when I was leaving uni, and he had a mental breakdown because then there was a fight between he and his parents wanted him to do medicine, and he didn't cope in medical school, and he, like, this is a brilliant chap, but there was something else he wanted to do, and that was like it was a whole spiral. And at the end of the day, it was a mental breakdown for the guy. And now I remember that when I had that conversation with another parent that knows the story, she was like, she had told her kids, even if you want to do Yoruba, just tell me, you're gonna do it. Like, I don't care, like, as long as there is joy in what you're doing, like, you
enjoy it, you have passion for it, and you're
like, just do it. Like, don't be that kind of, I think it's, from what you said and from what I perceive even from your parents, they're people that they allow you to fly.
Yeah.
They won't clip you and say, okay, you must be this or you
Like
must be that.
explore, and they also believe that you can do more than one thing. So like
Mm,
even if yes I do hair, they know I could do something else, and I know I could do other things other than hair. That's also hands on. My sister, for example, like I'm like you can do other than just going to school to be a project manager or whatever it is. And now she takes pictures. She's a photographer. So it's like they've always believed in like and work, like
mm.
something to do on the side. So I think that's why they weren't strict. They're like sure explore, but at the same time they're like, oh well, you need some education to back it up. I'm like, yeah, I'll go to school. I'll go to school for hair. That's education to back it up, which I did. Because and there's people won't take you serious too if they don't see a paper behind what you're. So
Yeah,
and anyone can
yeah,
go on YouTube and go learn how to do hair. But once you
yeah.
go to school for it, they take you more seriously because like, oh, you were serious, so you're gonna spend this amount of money on school.
And it's expensive. It's
It's
expensive.
expensive, 25 grand.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you learning? But you know, you pay it. You get your paper, and the paper will get you to things because even for makeup, I did take classes for makeup. In hair school, we're doing photo shoots for Western Canada Fashion Week, and for a hairstylist, they needed a hairstylist and a makeup artist. So I was telling them like, can I do the makeup because I don't trust nobody doing. I didn't trust the Caucasian girls there to do the black model I had. So I'm like, I will do the makeup. But the teachers were like, oh no, we need a certified makeup artist. I'm like, this is my paper right here. I took the class. So what are you saying? They're like, oh okay, you could go ahead and do it. So like having a paper does help. But even though
Mm.
I'm really good at makeup, let's say I learned on YouTube or whatever, they don't care. They need to see you certified. So having a paper out here, going to school for hair helps me, and it will open more doors pretty much. So,
Wow.
so pretty
So,
much
so
whatever how they say like anything we're doing is worth doing well. That's that's what it is.
wow. So, that's one thing I think people need to, if you don't even learn anything from this chat, you have to learn that whatever it is, this period, there's so many free online courses. There are so many courses that are like $10, $12, $13, and you can always get a certificate from.
Also,
Just do it. Like just do
hi
it. It's
Mary.
better to and enjoy this period that you have that is free compared to just sitting back at home and be like, oh, it's Corona. Because at the end of the day,
Netflix and
some
chilling.
some some people will utilize this time and get 5, 6, 7 certifications,
Mm-hmm.
and you will still be screaming, oh, it's COVID, it's COVID, it's COVID, it's COVID, it's COVID. Oh, I didn't have time. Because yesterday, I remember Pastor PK was saying something during his live, and he said, before COVID, if he asks you, how's your prayer life? Ah, you are busy. Oh, it's work. I didn't do that. Oh, it's work.
You're
Now,
making excuses. Now you have more free time.
good.
What's up?
Essence of May said, I'm using this time to do yoga and feel content.
Yes, girl.
Amazing.
I need to
Like
continue watching your
explore,
YouTube videos.
explore this season. There's nothing as great as at the end of the day, you can say, I achieved everything I had in the bank.
Yeah.
You understand? I achieved everything I had put my mind to do, and I was able to do it well. So, moving from like parents doing this, what has been the worst situation when it comes to hair? Like, I'm still gonna go back to you talking about your story into doing hair, makeup, and stuff. But what has been the your top three worst clients, and what was that thing that threw you off for those three?
Mm-mm. My clients are really good. I would say like they're just bad with like lateness. So there was one that it was I still remember the date, December 2016, December 22nd. Her appointment was 8 a.m. And I did tell her because it was before Christmas, so like it was really busy. So I told her pick your date and your time. Let
Hi,
me
Balade.
you. So I feel
Yeah,
like when I tell people pick the date and time that works for you, like you should pick a date and time that works for you. Don't pick 8 a.m. even though you're not a morning person. Pick a
yeah.
time. So I told her that, so she picked. It's okay. I'm praying for you. So
What,
like God will work on you 2021. But so she chose 8 a.m. I was fine with it because I can wake up anytime. If your appointment's at 7, I'll wake up 6:30. So she chose 8 a.m. and now I'm expecting you Tuesday 8 a.m. But in my head, I actually thought it was 9. So I'm thinking it was 9, but it was actually 8. So I'm thinking it was 9. So and I woke up around 7. So I was gonna text her like, hey, when you get here, can you text me instead of pressing the doorbell? Like, people are sleeping. But I was like, I'll wait for like 8:30 to text her, because at 8:30, it's either you're leaving your house or you're about to leave. So I didn't text her. 9:30 comes. I'm like, this person is not here. Where you at, sis?
Wait. Let's rewind. 8 o'clock,
Yeah,
8:30,
it was 8. It was
9.
8 o'clock, but I thought it was 9.
No, so my point is, she's scheduled for 8.
Yeah,
She didn't come 8:30. She
she
didn't
didn't come
come 9.
8:30.
She didn't come
She didn't
9:30.
come 9:30. So 9:30, I'm here like, where you at? So I went back to her text message. I'm like, it's actually 8 o'clock. So at this point, it's already an hour and a half late. And when I checked, the last time she was online was around 7. So if you're up at 7, hello, you should be getting ready, go shower, go get yourself together, go pack your lunch, like, get ready for your hair appointment. So she didn't come 9:30. And for me, when people come late or don't show up, I don't text you, because if you really care about your hair appointment, need your hair done, you will be here. If you're running late, you will let me know. So I'm not gonna be chasing after you. You're not here, I'll go back to sleep. But it was close to Christmas. I was like cleaning. I was, I didn't do Christmas shopping yet. So I was like getting all that list ready. 10 o'clock, auntie wasn't here. So at this point, I'm pissed. I was 10
Okay,
o'clock,
no.
she was not here. I was talking to my boyfriend at the time. I was like ranting, like, this person not here, blah blah blah. And I was calling my best friend, because my best friend also does hair. So we were both ranting, like pissed off. At 10:35, she's like, hey, what's your address again? I'm like, first of all, you've been here before more than once, more than twice. Why you ask for address at 10:30? And you should be apologizing.
Wait.
I will beat people. Like, I was just there like, okay, but I was still home. Right?
Essence of me, she's more than cancelled. She's delayed.
But I'm in this. People say like I'm too nice sometimes, and I think this is like where I was being nice, because I'm like, I'm still home. So if she shows up now, so I'm thinking maybe she's on the street. You know how people get lost? Like, people get lost coming to my house. So I'm thinking maybe she's on the street. She wants to confirm the address. So I'm looking out my window like, where you at? She did not show up. So by 10:45, she was still not here. No, 10:45-ish. She was like, oh, hey, I'm outside. Can you get the door? I'm like, I was boiling, but I was going to open the door. And she was actually planning on doing full locks. So at that point, I already made up my mind. I'm going to make your full locks big as hell. I'm not giving you no waist length. They're going to be big, period, because you already wasted time. Looked outside. She says she was outside, right? She wasn't there. So I'm like, why would you lie saying you're outside my house? Do you think I live in an apartment where I have to run downstairs? But she wasn't outside. 11 o'clock, I already dressed up, jacket, left my house. Skirt, went to the mall. So I got to the mall around 11:15. She called me. No, she called. I didn't pick up, because at that point I'm not doing your hair anymore. 11:15-ish, she texted, hey, it's really cold outside. Can you open the door for me, please? I'm like, I don't know who's going to open this door. But my dad was home. So my dad opened the door, because my dad knows I have clients and stuff. So my dad opened the door, and he doesn't have a hair appointment. I just told him I was going to the mall. Hi, Timmy. So like, he opened the door and he called me. I didn't pick up because I know why he's calling, and I'm not gonna pick up because I know the girl's there. So I texted my dad like, hello, don't worry about this person. I'm gonna text her. I'm not doing your hair anymore, so you don't have to talk to the person, like, So I texted her like, hey, your appointment was 8 o'clock. This is 9, 10, 11, 11:30. You're late, and you're disrespectful because you didn't text, so you think you can just show up anytime. You have to reschedule. But I was nice about it. I was still nice about it. I was like, we have to reschedule this appointment, blah, 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 blah. So she didn't reply. I think she said, oh, if you know you're not going to do my hair, why didn't you just say that? I'm like, what? So I didn't reply. I was just like, whatever. So when I got home, my dad was like, So he was just telling me like, oh, I was talking to her. I know you said don't talk to her, but I was talking to her, asking her why she was late. And so my dad asked her like why she was late. She's like, oh, I thought she was gonna be home. I'm like, my dad was like, oh, you thought? She's like, you know, she doesn't like when people waste her time. And now she's gone to the mall. You know, you women, you never come back. So I don't think she's coming back for you. So she went home, and that was that. But 2 days after, the girl who eventually did her hair, we were friends. So that her housemate also does hair, but she just started doing full locks. So she didn't want her housemate to do it because it won't look as good as she wanted it to be. So that's why she came to me. So that's who she eventually went back to get it done. So when that one uploaded the picture, I was like, oh, at least you got your hair done before Christmas. So when that one called me for something totally different, I was just like, oh, hey, I see you did this person's hair. She's like, yeah, you're so mean. Why didn't you do her hair? She came to your house and you're wearing home, and she had to come back home. So I was just like, what? So this girl went to tell my friend that she came to my house and I was in home, and I texted her like, oh, go home, I can't do your hair. I'm like, Jesus, this is how people go around just like telling false story. I was actually pissed. I'm like, because imagine if she wasn't my friend, who was like someone totally different, or someone that's looking to get their hair done by me, and you're telling them, oh, you came to my house and I was in there. I was just like, that's rude, because first of all, it was just bad.
After 3.5 hours.
Hmm?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. You didn't text, because I was like, lie to me. Tell me you were coming.
Was she in labor? Like, was she in labor? Like,
For
is it
labor,
like
she was not laboring, nothing. Like, I can't. No, because people, because, and that's because I do hair from home. So they see that as like, oh, she's gonna be home anyways. Listen, you're not the only one I do hair for. I have a schedule. Once you're late, you're messing up with the next person, because I don't like when people sit here waiting for me. So if the next person is coming here having to sit, like, I don't like that. And if you're gonna be late, let me know, so that way I can move the next person. But she thought you were running.
No, but
Nah.
May African time is 1 hour. Like, African time is 30 minutes.
30
You
minutes,
get a point.
and 30 minutes with a text. Because if you let me know, oh hey,
African time will not give you text message.
No, I'm just saying, like, even if you're gonna be an hour late, I've had people text me like, oh hey, like, I'm so tired, can I come in an hour later? Me too, I'll go back to bed. I don't want to do hair at 8 a.m. I'll go back to my bed and move the next person. Like, you know, I'll let the other person know, hey, this, can you come later? Like, people appreciate a text, and I can move my schedule accordingly. But if you're just like, I will just pull up at your house 3 hours later, show all right. But I didn't do her hair again. So that friend is the one that does her hair all the time now. So anytime I see her post, I'm like, girl, bye.
Wow.
People are wild.
Wow.
Like,
I've never seen anyone that had that much, I'm sorry, I'll use the word, that much arrogance. And
it was
I don't know.
She said, she's like, oh, I thought she'd be home. I'm like,
no, but even if you be 3.5 hours late, you should be able to say, hi girl, I won't be able to make it by 8. I am just waking up at 10. I actually overslept.
Like, I
am so sorry. Can we reschedule to like 1 o'clock?
I won't be mad, because like, that happens, because there are times where my clients will show up at my house. I'm still in my onesie, that onesie we both, but I'll be my onesie like I'm like, oh hey, but it doesn't happen. So when it happens, they're like, damn girl, what time did you sleep? Like, you know. But if you're not gonna text nothing, like, or rude go budget or new training. But yeah.
Oh, essence of May is giving our own experience. My auntie had me do makeup for an Igbo event. Okay. When she continues, we'll continue reading. I don't know. These days, you know, there was a day. Okay. I'll continue reading what she said. Called me 3 hours before the event, and all people who I did makeup for had the worst attitude.
I didn't even pay for the makeup.
Wow. You know, there was a day we're talking about this thing about time, and I had to tell my guy, I'm like, and they didn't even pay you. They didn't want to pay. Oh my God.
They'll think they're doing you a favor, like, oh, we're trying to sharpen your skills for you. What?
Sharp nanny.
Pencil and sharpener.
You know, I had to, you know, there was a day we were having this conversation, and I was like, what? I always see everybody talk about, like, all these people where there's nothing like booking fee, and you're like, girl, this is my experience, A, B, C, D, E. If you book, your money is screw, screw. And I'm like, what? They were insulting your work, telling me the daughters
So
can do better.
when's their
Why didn't they
experience come
call
to
their
step up?
daughters? Why didn't they call their no? Why didn't they call their daughter? That's the thing about this life. In this life. Let's be no, but guys that have the same issue when it comes to barbers too, or with tailors. You can't tell me you've never had a bad tailor experience where you're ready for an event. Let me not even start
There's
recounting.
no even that's a
Let's not start. Let's not even start, because a lot of issues like that. And I remember asking you that you said, "Oh, booking fee just saves you that if you're gonna pay even if it's $100, you're booking for $50. If you don't come, if you don't do anything, that's all. Like that, your money is gone." So I said, you, because the same thing that happens. Oh, hello, when you want to book for a shoot, you want to book for a shoot for 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. At 2 o'clock, you're now messaging, "Oh, we are very sorry. Our daughter."
What? Oh no.
Oh, let's not even talk about Nigerian tailors. Let's no.
So it's okay. We will stick to hair and makeup.
No, no. Like, I am already watching, because the amount of pain you go through with tailors. Let's not even mention, yes, Essence of May, booking fee.
That's why I have a
Zaynab
deposit.
had to teach me that booking fee is
I do not
important.
play with you.
If you're not doing it for free, if you're not doing the work for free, if you have a business and you know that everything, time is important. And that's one thing that rich people have over poor people. Rich people know how to use their time well.
Wisely.
I'm still praying to the Lord to help me and manage my time. But the truth is, when whatever you're doing is affecting the next person's time, you need to improve on that. I am still working on my time management skill, because there are some days where, to be very sincere with you, I will wake up, like I woke up early this morning and I'm like, okay, let me just take a quick nap. And I woke up a quick nap and it was 20 minutes to 11 o'clock. The good thing is I have a fixed, imagine before now when I didn't have a fixed setup, girl, it was that would be a whole mumbo jumbo for me. But because I had a fixed setup, I think that now makes me like relax that, oh, okay, you know what, it's just to fixing the phone and coming. The truth is, if you're taking whatever you're doing as important as how it is to you, whether I have a fixed setup or not, if you're supposed to be here, because normally I'd be saying that, oh, 30 minutes before, I'll just play music, I'll leave the phone here, just play music and let people enjoy, actually sitting and all that. But today I'm like, okay, let me just sit. You get my point. So, and imagine how people now do it to affect your own business. Where imagine the Essence of May would have packed, people probably would have called her and said, "Oh, you know what, girl, want to do our makeup? I know, I have like 6 clients today." And she'll be in the mood of, "Oh, I have 6 clients today," and to find out that these people will turn out to be like karashikas. Like
Karashikas. They were still. Oh.
Let's not do it. Let's not.
That's like how you said you have to take your business as serious too, because on my website it says if you're late, you're paying this amount, you have to pay your deposit. So I've had clients that are like they will text me, let's say appointment is at 11 a.m. They'll text me at like 10:45. Hey, I'm outside. Let me know if it's like too early to come in. This is my auntie. Did they send you out of the house? But you know you can come in because I'm ready for you anyway. And when they get here, they're like, "Oh, I didn't want to be late because you just sound so like put together. You sound like you don't take nonsense from anybody. So like, I don't want to."
I don't take nonsense.
I was like, come on, yeah, you have sense. Sit down. I like
Wow.
you. Like, because it's like respect my time, I respect your time because you come all day out of here on time. But if you're doing, he wants to come late, he wants to, oh hey, your appointment is at 11:15. Oh hey girl, I'm at McDonald's. Would you like anything? I don't care about no McDonald's. get yourself here. This is where you're supposed to be. Or I have someone that lives down the street, like, you know, the park that's on my street when you come in. She lives right there. Our appointment is at 11. She texts me 11:10. Oh, hello Z, are you ready for me? I'm like, ah, yes, Toby, you're always late. I'll pray for you. We're praying for a lot of you that's always late. I'll put you in my prayers. But you know, like, she would call me like, why are you ready
Okay,
for me?
so
Like,
the timer is gonna go off now,
yeah,
so we're gonna come back,
like,
guys. I thought this would be enough for you, but
what
this
do you
girl,
mean? It's time. What? I'm not time bound.
this was not you last year or 3 months ago.
No. Yes, Toby, you're always early. You've been doing better.
And you're putting your business is like up and up, you understand, like you're not just running your business like any other person or every other person, but you're actually taking it very seriously. And she's talking about like time management, and it's been an interesting chat that I I didn't know people were that worse. Like I never experienced, like I
Never ever experienced that someone can actually delay you for 3.5 hours and still go around and say that, oh, you didn't want to be here.
Atindo
Oh,
Atinde. Yeah, yeah. You're gone, you're
okay,
back.
guys. Oh my God.
But now people,
So, guys,
I don't know.
welcome to Life Matters the Anadidere, and we are still talking to the CEO of Style. You know the funny thing. There was a day I was just thinking about like having you on the show, and I'm like, and in my head I was like, you know,
I'm not
if I
sure.
if I just put your name like that, it will not be sweet.
But
It will just like you know what? Let's kind of refurbish and rebrand.
let's rebrand.
Oh my God! So if that was one of your words, what would be another person that you would say in your mind that this person should we use the word did you wrong when it comes to like clients and stuff?
Um, like, did me wrong.
Yeah, or like did something that till now if you remember you'd be like, thank God for Jesus, thank
There's
God for
one.
Jesus.
There's one, like, she came in, like, she has relaxed hair, right? Like, her hair is long. So anytime she comes in, she just leaves out her hair, like, center pattern, leave out around. Hair would be like 14, 16 inches max, blends in, looks natural. Okay, that's what we do all the time. That's your signature. So this day, I think she was feeling quite funky. She was trying new stuff. So she comes, Mofe bangs. I want bangs. I don't want no leave outs. And I want it right here and bob. And I'm just here like, ma'am, I'm not sure. And for me, like, when people want to try a new hairstyle, I always say go try on a wig. Go try on a wig in that same hairstyle. So that way you have an idea of what it look like on you. Like, does it suit my face? Do I want this color? Would I like it longer or shorter? So she just came in that day. I want bangs. And I'm like, that's quite
She
easy.
wants a bang bang bang.
I don't know who was singing Bang Da Da Day or anything before, but so she was like, I want bang. So I'm just there like, okay. But and if she didn't bring a closure or anything for it to even make it look natural. But you know, we work with whatever she brought. Yeah, we worked with whatever she brought and we did it. And by the time I was done doing her hair, my next client was already there waiting. So when I finished, it actually looked good. But for anyone that's trying anything for the first time, you won't like it.
It will look weird,
It's a
yeah.
big change from what you usually do because you didn't go from leaving out your hair to using a closure or anything, or leaving out your hair with the curly hair. Just went to now your forehead is gone. So
Ding ding.
exactly. So it's a whole new thing for you. So she was just there like, I don't know. And my next client was there like, oh my God, that looks good on you. Like that, like, you know, giving her a compliment. If she wasn't gassing her or anything, she was actually like genuinely telling her like it looks nice. And I'm there like, oh, like it looks good. It will take you time to adjust, like give it 2-3 days to adjust to it. She's like, yeah, I don't know, take it out. And I was there like, well,
Sorry, wait. wait, 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 wait,
She
wait,
said, take it out.
wait, wait. So
Yeah, take
you
it
have
out.
used
Toya, see, in my mind, though, I could have
wait,
said south. I'm like,
wait. Seriously, don't be too judgmental. Wait. So you have used couple of hours. Hours. You have used to make the edge.
you
She
have
now
laid,
say
you have laid it.
took it out.
She said, I don't want anymore. Delete the banks. And so I was just there like, so it
Wait.
was
So
about 2.5
wait.
hours.
So look at this keyboard. You now press control what? Control delete. Abi?
Yeah, that's what she was expecting me to just go. Doop. And this is 2 hours, 2.5 hours later. I thought it would take us like 2 hours. So my next client was there. She was actually patient. She was like, "Oh, it's okay, T. I'll just sit here and read my book," you know. So when she said take it out, that one quickly was like, "Wait, now you're going into my time. Like, what's going on?" So I took out the bangs. I'm not gonna take out everything because for me to fix it to give you what you usually do, I have to take everything out, take out the cornrows, all of that stuff. So I took it out and I had to like sew one ugly. I can't remember what it looked like, but it didn't look good. So I had to do that for her. She went to work. So she's like, "Oh, I'll come back tomorrow." So she's the one saying, "I'll come back tomorrow and then we can do the regular stuff." I'm like, "Oh, damn. Why didn't you do that before?" Like, and the next person that said, the client that said, "Oh, this suits you," she didn't even turn and say thank you, nothing. Just strong face. And this client never smiles. Like she would come in as if she's fighting everybody. Like my parents were like, "Oh, hello, how are you doing?" Fine. Comes, sit down, not talk, no words, no conversation, no smile. Akoshebi shigidi. Come, sit down, go. So she still comes to me now. She comes like once a year or twice a year. Same thing, but I already know the routine. Comes, sit down. I'll ask her very well, "Are you sure? Are you living out here?" But now she's wearing wigs, so we thank God we have upgraded to wigs. But that was, yeah, no. But no, my clients are really, they're good. Because even if some come with like a stinky attitude, like I've had some come rude. She was just, it's like, did someone piss in your cereal this morning? She'll just come, sit down there. And I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to have a conversation. It's like, "Oh, like, how long did it take you to get here? Like, how long are you keeping the hairstyle for?" Trying to get a conversation out of them. One would answer, wasn't hard. I don't know. I'm like, okay. Okay, I'm
Okay,
myself.
so let's talk about new styles for 1 minute because I like trying to explore a little bit, not with colors, but like with different hairstyles.
Yeah.
But I think the thing I always do is so, and she can get tired, but I don't care. So I would take all the picture of all the hairstyles that I have in mind and take a picture of my face. She can see my face, but literally, I send everything for her to say, okay, let me remove her head. And with
And
this,
that's what I do. It's like, I'll picture your face,
do you
your
understand? So
hairstyle.
I think that before you go to a hairstylist to go try something new, let the person see it. Be open-minded to let the person know that. I remember that I sent one style to you one time. I think it was one colored wig or something that I saw online or something. And you're like, aunties,
We're not
don't
doing
do
that.
it. Like, don't do it. And for me, I feel like, you should even like
Oh, I
encourage
love
me.
it.
But really, it's more or less how the person that always makes your hair already knows how this thing will look like on your face or on your head or whatnot.
Yeah.
So don't just go with this. Oh, I saw Tyra Banks do this style. I heard it from your head.
Do you
My
have
head
Tara Banks' face? Do you have Tara Banks' forehead? Do you have Tara Banks' hairstylist? Like, no.
oh.
Nah,
So
because like if
I
you're
think
choosing, carry on. I'll let you finish.
no talk.
Because if you're choosing like a new hairstyle, like depends on what it is. Because
Yeah.
for you, when you brought that crochet with the curly hair, I was like, if you cut the curly hair part, the hair will just, it will have no body, it will just stand there, it will just be plain. But with the curls, you love the curls later. Like it looked nice, it gave you body, you can do more stuff with it, which you did and you eventually loved it. But if you're trying a new hairstyle, depends on what it is. Like, ask your hairstylist as well, especially if you've been going to the hairstylist for a while. Like, what do you think? Don't just make up your mind. And I'm looking at this like, this is not you. Like, it won't suit you, and you're not about to go there. Oh, did your hair? Oh, Z did it. We are not doing that. Or you end up hating it, and then you ask me like, oh, why didn't you say something? Because you had already made up your mind. So no. So it's kind of like you have to do a consultation every time you want to do something new. Like, what do you think? Or should I do a different color? Or should I do shorter instead? Or should I do longer instead? It's like you have to ask. Even though you feel like, but I'm the one paying for it. It's my hair. I could do whatever I want. But trust me, you don't want to pay for something and then you take it out 2-3 days later, or you just hate it in general. Like, no. You want to be happy with what you have and be happy you spent whatever amount of money on what it is. Even if it's expensive, you want to be happy, oh, I spent my money on this expensive hair, but you love it though. So you have to do that.
Okay, so looking at now people are going, because before now wigs were when 60s, 70s, how people will have all this kind of different funny looking wigs, chicken bum back. You know those aunties when you're younger that would put on some wigs and just look at them with the side eye, like people that want to see the wig, you know, the aunties around, you get that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But now wigs have evolved where you have different styles, different make.
Now you don't need hair anymore. Some wigs are looking better than your own natural hair.
So how do you spot, to be very sincere with you, because I struggle with that, and that's why I never buy wig without send. Like, I'll tell you, send me send me the wig, I'll pay. Just I personally can't spot based on experience.
You were great, but like, what was the question? You kind of like went off. So the question was, how to spot a good wig?
Yeah, because based on experience, I this third party. Okay, oh, I think something happened to her network. Okay, so we'll have her back in, because based on experience, I remember that I told a friend to help me get wigs in Nigeria, and she felt like the person she was. Don't give me the eyes. She felt like the person that she told to get the wigs were getting the original ones. So she sent me the link. I spoke with the person and I said, I want these wigs. I want human hair. I want this. So I told her exactly what I wanted.
Whatever you said went here and came out here.
Because at the end of the day, it was not even close. Like, it was not, guys, it was not close. Like, I couldn't even make, so I got weaves and I got wig. I couldn't even make the wig into a weave. Neither could I make the weave into a wig, because it was so bad. Do you understand? So the question now is, now today where 1,001 people send you DMs, promote my company, help me promote this, I sell this wig. How do you even know who is who? Like, how do you know who is selling original and who is selling fake? How do I know what wig suits me? How do I know these things?
If someone's gonna send you, let's say, I want to start selling wigs, which is something I look into doing eventually, like pre-made wigs and colored and stuff. So let's say I wanna so let's say like I want to send you a wig. So you also have to ask questions. Don't just take it and be like, oh sure, no problem. You have to ask questions like, is you real human hair? Can you send me a video of like the texture of the hair, like you playing with the hair and things like that? Can I color it? Can I do these things? Because if you're asking, can I color it, and you're telling me, oh, but you have to, that is not. So you also have to ask questions. And if they send you hair and it's not good, because I've gotten hair from someone, my intentions were, I paid for it with my own money. My intentions were like to promote the hair and tag her and all that stuff. But when I got the hair was shedding like a whole bulk of hair every time I wet this hair. It comes out. Like, I was pissed, but I was just kind of like, I'm not promoting nothing. So even if you have to promote, you want to promote stuff or they send you to promote it, you have to give them a good review, like, yo, this hair is not it, because you can lie and promote the hair, but then someone is taking your word for it, like, oh, this person said it's good, so now they're gonna see you as a liar, or they'll see it as, did they send you the good batch? Because that's what happens with like YouTube reviews and stuff. You watch their reviews. It's like, oh my gosh, lovely, and you get it, and you're like, did I get a bad batch or something? So it's like sometimes they lie, they don't tell you the real thing, or they actually did send them a good batch. So it's like you also have to ask them questions about whatever you're receiving. Like, is this real? Would I have to wash it as soon as I receive it? Like, is it gonna be itchy? Like little things like that. So at least you prep yourself and don't just receive things blindly. Cover the head, the blood of Jesus, so because
So right now, where the whole COVID thing is going on now,
yeah.
and a lot of people can't come to the hairstylist, so they rather just like order stuff online and buy stuff. Do you think it's advisable right now to order wigs to buy?
You can order wigs. China is back in business. They're open. So, like I said, wash the hair. Abby, you wash it and use it. Because honestly, like with this going on, it's not going to stop people from ordering hair. It's not going to stop people from doing business with China or whatever. My lashes just came 2 weeks ago. I'm wearing my lashes. My eyes is fine. My eye do not get swollen. My eye doesn't have COVID. So like, get it, clean it. If you have to sanitize the hair, do that. Soak it in like conditioner, do all that stuff. The hair is still fine, and the hair has been there before the whole COVID thing happened anyways. So even if they did put it on a surface that was not clean, that's why you have to get it and clean it. And I always tell people, like, before all of this happened, I always tell people, like, you should have a wig. You should have a go-to wig, which I tell you to, but you just don't do wigs, but
No, I have to. What's that? I
But
have
do you
to.
wear the wig? Do you wear the
Eh?
wig? Do you wear it? Yeah, exactly. Just be aware of what's going on and go learn how to clean your things properly. Even before now, people have been cleaning their stuff. I've seen people put their wig in a bowl, conditioner, put it in microwave because they want it to be I mean, they want it to be well conditioned and cleaned properly. Do what you have to do to make sure it's clean enough that you have peace of mind when you put it on.
Wow.
So go ahead,
Microwave.
do what you have to do. And I tell people, learn how to cornrow, do something. So if you have natural hair, cornrow your hair, take it out. That's a twist out. I mean, you just go and get those brushes. Those that's what you need. You're out of it. But yeah, you can learn one or two things on YouTube. It might take, and we have the time now. You could do braids. You can learn how to do braids. It will take you a long time, but you will finish eventually. And it might look as good, but where you're going anyways, you're indoors. So by the time this is all done, you can say, oh yeah, I learned how to do this, and I learned how to put my hair in sections. I learned how to do braid or twist. So when this is all done, come see your girl so I can chop the money you've been saving up all this while.
So the next question I will ask, because I personally struggle with that particular thing, which is taking care of the wig. Because for me, to be very sincere with you, maybe hair has not just been that I'm not the biggest fan of making hair every time.
Yeah.
And I think now I enjoy it because I have someone that is like going to family hair. You get that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know what? Let me just go to my sister's place and do my. You get what I'm saying. But for me right now, or before now, or even right now that I cut my hair, it's now a struggle to even take out the two very good wigs I have to still keep. Let me wash, condition, paparazzi. For me, it's a struggle. So
Yeah.
how do I that I'm not super into hair, or even people that are into hair, but they want to make sure that they're doing quality, and they're spending quality time in making sure that their wigs are still pumping up to date and in sync. How do you take care of your wig?
I always say do it. So let's say you want to wash your wigs. Do it when you're about to shower, you're shaving, you're doing laundry, like when you're around things that involves water, like So like take it, condition it, just leave it there, sit, put shampoo, put the wig in there, let it soak. So when you take it out, you're just doing like a little bit of like washing. So it doesn't feel like a lot of work because you're already cleaning around that period. So it's like and conditioner is good to deep condition anyways. So it's like leave it in there, you can even leave it for a day. It's fine. It's not gonna get spoiled because it's in conditioner and it's covered. And trust me, by the time you take it out and after that one day, it will be so soft. So like don't look at it as like a big chore. And that's what my
Mm.
to like, if you're cleaning, do it at that time as well, because now I'm sitting down here, I'm not gonna be thinking, oh, I want to wash my wig. That's the whole. It's different from the kind of like vibe I'm feeling right now. I'm not trying to wash nothing. But if you're in the bathroom, then do that and leave it there, or leave it overnight. You're washing your face at night. Okay, remember, oh, my wig is right here. Brush it, put it in conditioner, go sleep. Wake up, you're bathing, rinse it off, and it's like it's really easy. And while you're doing that, if you feel like you can't oil it, put some oil in the conditioner. Do it's like seasoning chicken. It will marinate. You bring it out,
Mm.
it's soft. It does all the
So,
work.
so how much would be too much to do that?
Yeah, doesn't take too much to take care of your wig,
No, I
unless
mean like, I
it's
mean like,
styling.
should you do it weekly, once a month, every
It
three
depends on
months?
how often you wear your wigs. Because if
Oh,
you wear your wig like every day, then you should wash it like every weekend, because you've put product in it, you've put heat on it. But if you wash it every once, anytime you take out your hair, for example, like of course you wash it like once a month because you're not wearing it that much. Or if you feel like anytime, I wear my wigs like anytime I take out my hair. See, if I take this out and I have a place to go, I wear my wig. So for that one, I know the place I put it last time. I probably just flinged it somewhere. So there's probably dust on that wig. So that needs to be washed. Even though I only wear it once. It's like I want to wash it because I want, when I style it, I want the curls to look nice. So like I will wash it again. So it depends on like how often you use your wig, and where you keep and how you keep it, that matters. Because some people take it out, they put it in a bag. Like they're really diligent and nice with it. They'll put it in the bag and clip it, put it in a drawer. For me, somewhere. So when I pick that up, that needs to be washed, because I don't know what has gone on that wig. So
so would buying, because I remember talking about mannequins, which I don't know what happened to the conversation we're having about mannequins. Why are you hiding me? So the question is, do you think that it's important to have mannequins at home, or like you said, if you have a very nice bag, you should just slip the wig inside it, or if you have somewhere that you can hang your wigs, you can just hang it there. Which would you say is the best bet?
I'll say having a mannequin head, or like a foam head.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to buy a mannequin because mannequins are expensive, but at least have a foam head, because those ones are cheap. They're like $2.99, $3, max like $5. But even $5 is
Please, where are they?
Mama Afro has it for like $3.
Ooh, form head, Abby.
Yeah, the foam head. So like get those ones, and so that way when you take it out and you put it on, if you had straightened it prior to when you took it off, the body will still remain straight. If it was curled, the style you put there will sit there. So when you're putting it on the next day, you don't have to do much with it. But if you're putting it in a bag, like some parts is already wrinkled if it was straight. If it was curled, the curls are probably already dropped, or they're probably already like pressed, and it's not looking the same.
Mm.
Mannequin head will let it like sit the way you took it off from your head, and you will have to do work the next day. So like foam
Okay.
head is a must have. Mannequin head, not really. Mannequin head is just you being fancy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
mannequin head is
wow.
just being fancy. But a foam head, it must. But if you don't care, that's fine too. Put it in a bag. Just know you'll be doing more work every time you have to put that wig on. You have to wash it
Okay.
again.
So my last question which will be when it comes to rebranding, because I know that you've done a lot of rebranding in the course of the last 1 year when it
Yeah.
comes to your company. How often should you rebrand? How often should you reevaluate your brand? How often should you, and when it comes to hair, every day new things are evolving in the
Yeah.
hair industry. So how should you evolve with it as a brand?
So for hair, like I said, hair is always changing. There's something new. So you always have to like, for our city, Edmonton, there's nothing going on here. So you need to follow like people who lives in a city where there's always something like changing. Like they get the new styles first. Like I'll follow people in New York, I'll follow people in the States, I'll follow people in London. So like when this whole full lux thing started, like I followed someone who was in the States who was already doing it. And they made a video about it, and I learned how to do it just by following them. So it's like you always have to follow people who are like above you, who are like, I don't know how to put it, like they're advanced already, and they don't live around you. You need to follow people who live in like other cities, other countries as well. So like you're always like Thanks, Ado. So like it's like you're always like informed. You're not left behind because everyone's on YouTube now. Everyone's on Facebook. I don't know who you're following. You can be following one hairstylist that's in North Carolina, for example. They're doing something new, but you expect me to always know because I'm a hairstylist. It's like no, you always have to be on the know. You always have to, it's like it's like studying for, it's like being in school. You have to do research all the time because there's no one telling us what to do. We're our own person, so you always have to be thinking, oh, what's new, what's this. You always have to keep yourself informed and always rebrand. Even if there's no client coming and asking for that thing, I'll do it on myself because I did it on myself first. And people were like, oh, what is that style called? Is that like different kind of braid or something? Then I educate them and it's like, oh, I want that now. So you always have to keep yourself informed, follow people that are not in your city, follow people that are originating stuff, watch videos, always learning. And that way it helps your brand because yeah, you have to be your own brand. I'm my own brand pretty much. I wear it so you see it. So even if I chop my hair off, I'll also tell you we style it to make it look good. So that would be like, oh yeah, Z did cut her hair and she did this curl thing on top of it. What is that again? Yeah, I'll look you up. I'll let you know. I'll do it for you. So yeah.
Wow. Well, guys, we've heard from Zaynab, and to be very sincere, I've had the max of fun today, and I'm sure that everyone here has learned one or two things. If you didn't learn anything, make sure that you understand that you are the brand and your brand evolves. So you should make sure that you invest in your brand, make sure that you're pumping stuff into your brand. You can't be cheap if you want your brand to excel. You can't be backward if you want your brand to excel. You have to make sure that you're learning things every day. And the thing is, please be considerate people's time. Let's all of us work on our time management. And also one of the things that we also learned today is also that we have to, all of us that make hair, or you want to learn how to make hair, now is the time to try to like learn new stuff on YouTube. Now is the time to learn new makeup stuff, and try to even do it on yourself. It's not bad. I always do. One of the good things you can also do is like, you have friends that are very good at it, do that makeup or do that hair a certain way and send the picture to them. Oh, this is what I did
around you.
Yeah, how can I do better? How can I, because I do it a lot, and for me it has helped me to a large extent on the things that I want to do. And before you buy that hair, before you buy that this, make sure you ask questions from people. Don't just buy stuff and think that whoever wants to buy that thing will just sell it to you just because. You understand? We sell it just because. But if you want to be true to yourself, you have to ask questions and say, oh, I this, I that. And if you have people like Zaynab in your life, put people like that out there. Make sure that there's always referrals, right? And always refer people that, oh, this person did my hair. Always tag people. I still feel somehow when people take your picture or people do something for you and you can't tag them, it won't kill you. Picture taken by this person, hair made by this.
If you paid for it, why should you tag them? There's also that, so I'm like, I don't know.
But if you did rubbish on their head, they'll be able to tag you and say this person did this. It's a double standard thing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're able to support that person and put that person out either way. Like if someone produced something well for me, like if you play good music for me, I will scream you. You know that I will scream you. I was screaming at him. Jesus is trying to like package some things because there's some people that I need to call out on Instagram and call out on Facebook and put. But instead of doing that, I just do a vendor review and I'm 100% my vendor review. I still have one more post vendor review I'm going to do. Which I'm like, Jesus, hold me, cause I need you. But I think there's some time we should actually do these reviews and let people know exactly, because sometimes when people see, like when you buy hair from someone and it's good today and it's bad tomorrow and it's bad next tomorrow, the good one people see from that time is what they will hang on to. So I'm always true to say, I made this hair or I did this thing, it was good, but these last 4 times it's been terrible, or customer service has been bad, or this has been terrible. I will be true to you. If you still want to go with this person, that's on you. But I will
that's a you problem at that point.
yeah, that's your own personal stuff. But personally, I just think that we should just all be able to work on our brands. If you want to book a consult, please don't DM me to say, oh, what's Zainab's price. She has a website, zbeauty.ca. Just go there and book, or send her a DM at styled by Z, and she replies quickly. It's like she leaves
Doing our promoter, come on. You're hired.
so just make sure that you do that. Like it's as easy as that. Instead of asking 3 people, 4 people, how much do you think? It's not how much do you think. Go to our website or DM her or give her a call. I'll give you her number. Give her a call or send her a text message and tell her this is what you want to do.
Mommy,
Let's not. Yeah, so it's not that bad. But thank you very much, Zaynab, for coming on the show today. I had a blast. I'm sure a lot of people learned a lot of things. So thanks people, God bless you. Till I see you next week on another episode of Girls Chats on Life Matters. And I did review, which is very long now that I think about it. Bye.
Bye.